Well, good evening to everyone who's tuned in for another live broadcast from the Duncan Showroom. Yeah, here we are again, bringing you some variety in what is going on the island musically. All singer-songwriters tonight for our Songwriters in the Round, where we set up three people across the stage. Sometimes they know each other, sometimes they've heard about each other, but however it works, what they do is they trade off songs. We start off one person, goes to the next, goes to the next, go back again to that. Do that maybe for usually about 5 songs, and that gets us to a good time period down the way, and you get a chance to hear how the song was designed, find out that any set list they had goes out the window because the song before them triggered them to think about something else. So it's kind of neat to watch the spontaneity that takes place here. It's kind of cool. Things I'd like to mention too, just as an aside before we start. On Thursday, I think it was, I got an email from Alistair McGregor, our local MP. And this is kind of neat. On January 18th, I will be at the, what's it called? The golf club, where the old people live. The rich people, the old, Arbutus Ridge. The Arbutus Ridge Golf Club. Yeah, I get to go there, and at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a couple of us anyway that are going to get presented with the King Charles III commemorative medal for our work in helping change and focus the community in the new different directions.
Congratulations.
So I feel kind of cool about that. A hippie finally gets fucking paid.
Yeah.
Well, gets a recognition for doing what we do, right? Staying the course. And, one of the things about that is I like the award, but what I like more about it is the fact that the arts and cultural sector is getting acknowledged strongly, and that the fact that it wasn't this kind of a town. It wasn't a music town. There were musicians, but they were far and few between, and they went elsewhere as soon as they could. Whereas now we're creating a scene in Duncan. There's more of it going on. There's buskers everywhere you turn around. The 3 pianos up front get used all the time. There's a vibrancy. Long and McQuaid opened up a store, one of the largest on the island here in the Cowichan Valley. That's cool. That tells you that there's things going on, and I feel real good about that. At least as long as the attention goes that direction, I'll sacrifice my ego for that. That's okay. But anyway, we're going to start it off. We got Matt Kinunnen, Hanna, Elise, and we have Jarid Soulfire. I'm going to get Matt to start off, and we'll go on across the way this way. Pick a song, have some fun with it, explain it, have some, as I said, just have fun. And for those that are tuning in, don't forget, you can still donate. It's an easy way to do it. And for the people who showed up tonight, thanks for being here for the energy. That's really good. This is the one way that people can find out what's going on musically on the island. Let's get the show started.
All right, thanks, John. And spared us the brawl. I'm trying to figure out who would go first. I've got a bit of a kink in my neck. I would have combed the back of my head had I known that I'd be looking over my shoulder like this for a while. So, that's fine. Tonight I'm going to start out with something a little different than my usual repertoire. And it's voices. I like to think that I'm going to sing in my own voice. I got to be authentic and genuine about what I'm doing. And I'm kind of pondering on this, and then I realized, I kind of settled into the state where I'm I almost sound like chewing on something while I eat while I sing, a little bit of a mumble mouth. And it kind of just dawned on me. I'm it's not the moment that I wrote the song right now. So to get back in that state, there's an act to it, as well as the authenticity of letting the heart come through. There's always some kind of an act, some kind of presentation, something you're doing to mediate with what you got. So I'm just going to do it in a different way. How I feel. Manic Christmas. Gotta lead with a bit of mania sometimes. Constant fear. You can't be near. Human beings, what will you do close to you, and all the ways we could have obeyed. Your heart will wait the line. A millstone you made, the meek make, an endless pain, anxiety you slay. Constant fear, from whence not clear, of human beings. What will you do when they don't listen to you? And all the ways we could have obeyed. Your heart will wait the line. A millstone you made, the meek made, an endless pain, anxieties you slay. For what it's worth, you couldn't have foreseen this, despite the warnings of the prophets. Just as you read writings of how the heart rends like constant fear, you don't know how it feels till it breaks. What you give up so your sanity will stay. Constant fear, and all the ways we could have obeyed. Your heart will wait the line. A millstone you made, the meek made, pain, anxieties you slay. You'll always be free to decide what's true for you, but not for me. You'll always be free to decide what's true for you, but for me it may not be. That song's called Constant Fear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. What you got any country western inspiration going on? Do they sparkle some of that?
Well, not so much country western, but just as I was listening to that song, what came up for me was just thinking about fear, and how it seems like to me most of the things that I've felt like in my life that are really important to do are things that I've been also simultaneously very scared to do. And just thinking about the role that fear plays in sort of propelling us towards our purpose and our dreams and the change we want to see in the world.
Yeah. So I led with that song, you know? It's like, are they going to nail it or flail it? So might as well just go for it, right?
So I'm going to play a song, too, that's kind of along similar lines.
All right.
lights a fire in your belly and send shivers up your spine, and all the pieces that make us fall. I'm singing da-dum, 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 da. We're singing da-dum, 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 da. Da-dum, 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 da. No one is broken, no one is broken, no one is broken. We are in love. No one is broken, no one is broken, no one is broken. We are in love. Da-dum, 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 da. Da-dum, 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 da. Da-dum, 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 da. Da-dum, 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 da.
That song was called the Together Song. Definitely meant to be sung together, so thanks for jumping in, Matthew.
Thanks.
I wonder if it was my capo.
No? Okay.
Just kind of racking my brain trying to think of what would fit with your guys' music, but I think I kind of chose this song to go first, so I think it'll fit.
Yeah.
soul is free, where it's meant to be, even if I can't see. He said it's cold and now. Sun within your smile, chase away the rain. The soul is free, where it's meant to be. It's cold and now, it's cold and now, since you've gone. Sun within your smile, chase away the rain.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I wrote that like probably 6 years ago, and I can hear how different my voice is with all the lyrics, you know, like following the rhythm and everything.
You were talking about returning to songs after a time. Have you put that away for a while? Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a favorite, but you get out of practice of certain songs, you know, and
Yeah.
you fall out of the loop of your regular material, so it's been nice. Challenging, but nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me sharing our green room banter, we were talking about all kind of coming back, realizing that we were having a similar experience, that we're returning to some songs that have been kind of maybe put on the back burner for a while or been sleeping on them. So that's, forgot this guitar has a little microphone in it. So here, I got. We're gonna do a duet
We're
next.
getting to know you better.
Yeah, yeah. Getting to know me up close and personal. This is what my pants sound like. Yeah, I just got this back actually from a friend. I lent it to him for recording for a while, and I got like a weird setup here. I just switched it back around today. He had put it back into more of a standard tuning. Well, then a drop D. And he likes to do this thing. He's always telling me about, and he's like, you gotta rub your fingers on your scalp like Eric Clapton, and then you rub your sebaceous oils on the strings. And I'm like, so I've been thinking him a lot as I handle his sebaceous oils here. It does make it extra nice, you know. I did already have, what are those strings? Flat wound strings on here, which I thought were good enough, but I guess the oil adds a little level of glide. So this one goes out to Andrew. I'm gonna, since I'm already holding this guitar, I'm not gonna now, after all that banter, make me wait for me to change guitars. That'll be the next song. This one's, I do this all the time. This one's called Messenger. Right, Jared? Thanks. Yeah. Feel encouraged. The life of me. I see your face cross time and space, but still I chase this lost embrace with you. By the time you read this, I'll be gone. If the note reads return to sender, that's where I'm going. I'm just a messenger on his way home. Oh, please, just let me alone. Well, you clearly know better than me how to be free. Something I can never seem to be. For the life of me. I see your face across time and space, but still I chase this lost embrace with you. With you. At the time you read this, I'll be gone. If the note reads return to sender, that's where I'm going. I'm just a messenger on his way home. Oh, please, just let me alone. I'm traveling right through the dark, but I got what I need. I'll head where my heart knows it's barren, but I've got some seeds. They may not be from here, but then again, neither are we. And I'm crossing that bridge till you can guarantee that's the last you'll see of the likes of me. Oh, well, I'm tempted, but I'm gonna let what's behind be. By the time you read this, I'll be gone. If the note reads return to sender, that's where I'm going. I'm just a messenger on his way home. Oh, please, don't leave this alone. Oh, but please just let me alone. Please, just let me alone. You don't have to go. You don't have to go this alone. Thanks. Anyone guess what era this was about? Or when I wrote these songs? The last two. The postal strike. No. Yeah. I would call it long lost love letters, but I mean they're back now, so we get them eventually. Eventually. Close, a little further back. I'll leave that to the next time.
So are you going to share when you wrote that song?
Oh.
Or you're
Do I have
just
to
leaving
answer
it in the realm of mystery?
I guess not to be a total killjoy. It was like 2020. I picked up a beat up thrift store guitar. And I was missing a string. I was busking in Ontario. Sorry, 2019, late 2019, early 2020. Fun times. And I wrote some of these songs, and they became increasingly relevant as I put them away. And now I'm kind of coming back to them. I'm like, wow, this is fucking weird. Yeah. So yeah. It's
I love that about writing.
mhm.
How like the meaning of a song kind of comes out later on in life, and you're like, oh, that's what that was. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few of those actually that I think I'm going to play tonight. And this next one is one that I haven't played live, I think, in a number of years. And it feels fitting because the lyrics are actually based on a Christmas carol, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. But it's not at all like the Christmas carol. And I'll just leave the rest up to mystery for now.
is the sound of their worshiping. Emblazoned now with holy light, her bloodied wings raised up in flight. Mistress, mother, maiden mild, godless sinners reconciled. Shape shifter, serpent dove, devil incarnate is she beloved. Hark, oh hear the angels sing, blind is the sound of their worshiping. Thank you. That song is called Goddess Rising. I heard some chuckles. It sounds like maybe that made sense to those of you that were listening. Awesome. Yeah,
You think I could use your capo?
absolutely. Capo sharing is caring.
Oh, yes.
Ted, could you mute me? I'm gonna switch guitars here and be quiet. Thanks.
This song's called "Piece of My World." Piece like a piece of something, but also peace is in like, yeah, let's have world peace.
Gross estimations are made. Couldn't be my saving grace. All I need is the time and space that only you can erase. Dress it up like I feel sorted, but my soul feels so remorseless. When will we wake up to realize? When will we take each other's hands and compromise?
Thank you. Something like that.
I don't know about anyone else. That brought my face on a ride. Like, kinds of, just real satisfying.
Never really shared the stage with people like this before, like kind of feeding on each other's energy, and yeah.
It's an intriguing phenomenon, and it's also kind of like blowing all my plans out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I'm gonna play something a little more relaxed, maybe. And like, just gonna, yeah.
I'm feeling a little funny here in the middle, like doing a little bit of this. Yeah, I'm just really struck by Jarid and Matthew, both of your guitar playing. I mean, these are two really formidable guitarists up here, and just playing the instrument in ways that I've never really heard anyone else play it, and it's really beautiful to just receive.
You win! Jared and Matthew struck! Yeah, all right. Okay, I'll see myself. I just said I was going to relax. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how to receive compliments.
You can still relax.
I can. Probably won't. I'm not sure. I think the right thing to do in the situation is to play a song.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Now we're coming up. That's the notch. Okay. Yeah, just something a little different than I, because not just gonna like say all that and then be like, now back to my regularly scheduled programming. And just do, ignore the inspiration. I'm gonna play something, go on a little bit of limb. I've noodled around with it on stage, but I don't really have lockdown lyrics, and this is a perfect opportunity actually, which is ideal for this situation. There's some room in there to play around. I don't know how into vocal improvisation you are, or guitar, but mostly I'm thinking like there's the lyrics are coming in. So Hanna, it's open. Jared, it's open. I'm gonna do some singing, figure something out. I'm gonna really push myself not to fall back into. There's some things I sang that never quite felt right, and there's some gaps. So I'm gonna play a song. It's feeling like it wants to be called The River, if that can be some kind of a creative, initial input. You're welcome to join. opposite shore. My vessel shine. Currents follow me, I allow them to be caretakers of a destiny. And currents swallow me, lifts aloft above me, brings me to tidal flow. Am I lift upon a flow that completes the motion? Of an eternal time. The river never changes, it changes every face it hides. Thanks. Thanks for singing along. Yeah. I went a wee bit long. I have a tendency to do that. Don't listen to what Long John says. He thinks it has short songs usually, but I don't. Man, the guitar started feeling really different partway through that, but I just ripped the skin off my palm. That's excellent. I love it.
Wicked.
That's when you know you're really into it. You're like, something funny about this.
That song, yeah, I don't know about you guys, but that song really felt like the river to me, with all the tempo changes and just, yeah, it really felt like you took me on a journey anyways.
Nice. Thanks for coming along.
Yeah,
I feel like
anytime.
we sang Sails. That was excellent. Kept us going. New places.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and the river's always going to new places. And how am I going to segue that into this song? I'm not. I'm just going to play this next song, which is, I realize I haven't been sharing too much about my songs. This one is called Coming Home to You. And it's another one of those that I dusted off this year and hadn't played in a while, and in fact couldn't even remember it. And then one day my sister was like, "Hey, remember that song you used to play? I really like it. And you don't play it anymore." And I actually, so big gratitude to the showroom, because I actually reconnected with this song because I found an old recording of me playing here a number of years ago, and I was playing the song, and I was like, okay, there are the chords, there are the lyrics. I can relearn my own song that I forgot. Yeah. So thank you, Ted. Thank you, John.
It's the Showroom Academy, right?
Uh-huh.
I've done the same. I actually have. And I can't remember
Okay,
lyrics
I
that
feel
wrote.
less
It's-
alone
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Taking care of
it's a big resource. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but my songs are like littered in journals that I don't know their location, and phone recordings that on phones that aren't functional anymore, and yeah.
There's a secret vault or a cave full of gnomes that has all of our old journals in it, and they're just gonna release the bangingest album of all time at some point.
Well, if anyone's gonna do it, I'm not too upset about it being the gnomes.
The
I
wee
feel like
people, they deserve it.
they've had a hard
you know?
lot in life.
Yeah. I'd know nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't know why I looked right at you.
Being really conspicuous.
Yeah, so this song, Jared, earlier you were talking about songs kind of revealing their meanings over time, I think, and this is definitely one of those. I thought it was like a love song about a relationship that I was in at the time, but it's not that to me anymore. And really, instead of coming home to a specific person, it's really become a song about coming home to myself. And here it is.
Do you want vocal accompaniment, or would you rather to go solo?
I'll do it on my own, I think, this time. Yeah.
I didn't think about you on the plane at all. I'm scared my love is built to follow, but I'll hold you when we get there. The space for me here is kind of small. It may be that I'm an inch too tall, but I'll hold you when we get there. Coming home to you, well, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Coming home timeless battle I've never won. Coming home to you. Well, I'm worried it's gonna weigh a ton, oh, but I'll hold you when we get there. Time was never on our side. I promise it wasn't just my pride. Oh, I'll hold you when we get there. I could never brush you aside. Your soul forever entwined with mine. Oh, I'll hold you when we get there. Coming home to you. Well, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Coming home to you. Well, it's a timeless battle I've never won. Coming home to you. Well, I'm worried it's gonna weigh a ton, oh, but I'll hold you when we get there. Fear is waiting at the edges of our hope, and tears they leak from all the words that I misspoke. You're near me as I fall far outside the scope. Well, of all I thought I knew to be true, and all the love I have for you. Coming home to you. Well, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Coming home to you. Well, it's a timeless battle I've never won. Coming home to you. Well, I'm worried it's gonna weigh a ton, oh, but I'll hold you when we get there. Coming home to you. Well, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Coming home to you. Well, it's a timeless battle I've never won. Coming home to you. I'm worried it's gonna weigh a ton, but I'll hold you when we get there. Baby, I'll hold you when we get there.
Excuse me. The song's called Home. Seems relevant. Oh, I did want to say, speaking of notes and how our journals are so scattered in recordings and old writings, I wanted to show you. These are the little trays that the Reese's peanut butter cups come in.
Yeah.
This is like my old school, I guess. Like, I can find something like this, like, in the back of like all my stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's where those lyrics were.
These are trademark secrets here, folks.
Yeah, take notes on Reese's peanut butter cup package.
Drift upon the wind and set under the breath, cold beneath the skin and waiting to dive in. Home is where I'm driving down the road, speed the most would go. Limitation. Who among us knows? From the doors once open, now closing, aching from all that I must be mistaken, awaken from the slumber of my irritations, making a mindset, lying in wait for me to remind. The rain wiped away with tears. All the feeling is contained, building up for years. Trickles down the drain, hopes and dreams remain in the little town I call home. Beasts cannot be slain. Open, now closing, aching from all that I must be mistaken, awaking from the slumber of my irritations. I'm making a mindset, lying in wait for me to remind. Headed for home.
Thank you.
Are you open to sharing a little bit more about that song and when you wrote it?
Yeah, I grew up in Chemainus, like north of here, and just like the small town vibes that I grew up in, and I live in Lake Couch now, so it's kind of similar, but I just had this feeling like when I was growing up that I was never gonna leave Chemainus, and I know some of my friends who like really could have benefited from like leaving that small town and coming back, you know. So I think the beast cannot be slain lyric was like, am I ever gonna be able to leave this small town? But then looking back and like visiting Chemainus, it's like all those memories mean so much, and that feeling of being trapped there was like kind of that fear you were saying, like that level of fear that pushes you to go further, and yeah, I like Chemainus now.
Oh, the plot thickens, Robert. It's there's so many layers. I was like, oh, this is good. Oh, this feeling I'm getting is another song, but then hearing that, now I got new feelings, and it's a different song yet again. Like, oh, what a ride! Glad someone does. I don't know what to do. All right.
You're not alone in that.
I mean, like it's bittersweet, right? Sometimes it's a great time. Yeah, yeah. Did anyone ever see that? You know, what does the thinker do? You know, the sculpture, the thinker. I'm having trouble with the double TH there. The thinker? The thinker. What do they do? Can you show me? Yeah, it's on the chin. Yeah, I'm about to make something up too, because it was on the internet, so I don't know if it's real. Cradle the chin with the thumb, right, like this? That's. But apparently, he's actually doing this. Like, look, so could someone look at I don't, John, can you not kick them out just this once if someone goes on their phone? Yeah, because this blew my mind. Not even that. It's just like, I probably saw this a year ago, and I don't know why it just occurred to me. I'm stalling. That's probably why. I'm stalling. But it's one of those, what is that? Mandela effect. That's it. Where everyone remembers the thinker. So you got the hand on the chin?
Oh, it's a fist.
It's a fist.
Chin on his fist. Yeah, exactly like that.
Okay, but it's not this.
No.
What is this? Okay, so it's like a
That's what I
slight Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Someone.
Head curled under and,
All right. Well, I got.
it's not a fist, but it's hand curled under.
So it's a little different.
Yeah.
Okay, that was less dramatic than I'd hoped. 'Cause, I mean, someone AI'd this. And I saw it probably, like you said, like a year ago. I don't even know what. Could have been yesterday. Oh, no, it wasn't, to be fair. That leads me naturally to my next song. Just so, what a coincidence. It's called The Thinker. No, it's not. I'm going to return to the concept of home. Taking a bit of a segue to get there, not the motorized vehicle that probably most people have forgotten about, but the actual concept of a segue. Here we go. This one is called Chrysalis.
failing light is all I need to see. The distance now feels near, the twain shall meet. Feeling like you're all I need to see. Distance now closes twixt you and me. Feeling like you're near enough to reach. In this darkling hour, twilight hands do weave. In the failing light, you're near enough to me. In this darkling hour, twilight hands do weave.
Thanks. Just to clarify, the relationship to home was more of a. I got that feeling initially of kind of like, home is when I'm alone with you. I kind of like, home is together, but actually home is Shemanis, which was an unexpected twist for me, in my feelings. But there's many homes. I'm liking that we're settled into the home phase of our evening. Oh no, I didn't mean that. Oh yeah. Oh, gotcha. I did mean that. I did. Yeah. That's great. All right. Where do we go from here?
Well, I was just appreciating that I feel like I never quite know when your songs are going to end. No, it's great.
Yeah. J'accuse! It's French evening.
They end when he's done.
That's good. I'm going to put that on my resume. I don't have a resume.
I am feeling curious how many more songs we each have.
I don't know how many we done.
I think we've done 4 each, I want to say.
I think you've done 3 each, and I've done 4.
Ah.
Have at least another one each, and then maybe we'll have another one after that if people want.
Alrighty.
People, like, if they'll want it or not.
Weren't we always there for you? Hey?
We'll see how the people feel.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and since we're in the home phase of our evening, it feels appropriate to play a song that is about home in a lot of different ways. This song came to me, and in many ways just really felt like a gift from, I don't need this, a gift from the Cowichan River, which I'm sure many of you know that live here. And it's a song about the ancestors and my ancestors and where I come from, and it's called the Ancestor Song. Matthew, feel free to join in on this one.
Thank you.
Oh, listen to the sound of a spirit calling you home. Oh, traveler, listen to the sound of your ancestors calling you home. La da 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 da. La da da. La da Oh, listen to the sound of spirit calling you home. Oh, traveler, listen to the sound of your ancestors calling you home. Calling you home.
Wow, that was big sound.
Yeah, thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here tonight and be here with both of you, and to feel the aliveness in the songs that it feels like only comes when they're shared.
Did you say you wrote that on the river, or you just like received that message?
It's kind of both. I don't know if folks have ever heard about catching songs, or thought about songwriting in that way. And for me, that really resonates. And sometimes when I'm in nature, it feels like I'll catch a song. It's like literally like feels like it'll fall in my lap or hit me on the side of the head or something. And in this case, I was sitting by the river, and that's what came through. Yeah. So it feels like a co-creation. It doesn't feel like it's all me. It's also, there's greater forces at play.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it fun? You know, it comes from beyond, but it's unmistakably us at the same time. You know,
It's what?
unmistakably us at the same time. Like, you know, coming through.
It's kind of a strange burden, though, that like you feel this song coming, and it's almost like you're trying to catch a waterfall with a cup, you know. And if you don't do that right then and there, then that water's gone into the ocean, and it may never be again. So
Yeah, you gotta wait for the next rain, the next, you know. And who knows? Because it's often then you're like walking or doing something obscure, or holding a bunch of things, carrying things, and then it's like, oh, that song came back.
Yeah, and I don't know. I like to believe too that if we don't catch the song, then the song will be caught by someone else, like maybe in a different way, but it doesn't just disappear.
yeah, that's reassuring. I haven't thought about that before.
It's both comforting and depressing. Oh
Takes the
no.
pressure off a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely wrote a lot of songs by the river and the forest, and it's definitely like something to tune in with nature there. I guess this song kind of plays on that theme, but more like where do you want your music to be going, and what is the end result, and what is the motivation, you know? I've had, 10 or 15 years of feeling like, oh, music's my thing, like, this is what I gotta do. But then time passes, and that, like, initial urge or that motivation kind of wanes over time, or it's more fleeting. But anyway, I guess this song is a little bit about that, like, feeling like I've missed opportunities, like that mournful feeling. Yeah, it's called Waiting.
day, wasting away. What's it gonna take to just get up and shake? Close as I've come, my moment never came. Once an abundant resource, now it's just a shame. Wish I could have played it out. Now my mind is full of doubt. Soul can see light shining through. When I wonder what it means to you. Low beating of the war drum, heart is marching to the same tune. Simple disagreement, filling the entire room. So I'm waiting today, so afraid to say, 'cause it could mean something, could mean anything. Wish I had just shouted out exactly what I meant somehow. Because the soul was shining through. Thought I saw what it meant to you.
Thanks, guys.
How about one more? One more each. Yeah?
Okay.
You guys know any more songs?
Uno más.
What do you
Yeah.
guys think? One more? Yeah. One more each.
All right, game for it. I'm gonna do a closer that I promised Hannah that I do. Song that we know together. I'm gonna go for Lalia. I'm happy to. I'm still meditating on. Again, you know, I'm not gonna get stuck in that same. Don't worry, I've grown as a person since the last time you've seen me. I won't descend down that same loop. It's worthwhile. I'm still pondering. Wish I had just shouted out somehow exactly what I meant. That's, yeah. Thank you. Beautiful tunes tonight. I hope I can hold true to form that has been so elegantly kept by Hanna, Elise, and Jarid Soulfire. I got your names right? Oh, excellent! Yeah. So last turn of the wheel. I will get the spokes a-spinning. The song is Lalia. I've been saying it wrong in Greek apparently the whole time. Yeah. far from the land I'm in. Yeah, you can see in my eyes I didn't fall from the sky. So tell me now, can you sound it out? And tell me how this land used to sound. You can tell from the times there comes a change in the times. And you can feel all around. And Anishinaabewaki's name lives in the ground. So tell me now, can you sound it out? Tell me how this land yearns to sound. So tell me now, can you sound it out? And tell me how this land will again sound. Again sound. Thanks, Hanna.
Such a good song.
Lalia. Lalia. It's Lalia. I got a version on YouTube. It's actually one of my all-time lowest viewed songs on YouTube. Fuck yeah. Okay. I finally made the playlist, guys.
Oh, okay.
After a few confirmations, We're
That gets
gonna-
my vote.
After we've been vetted.
send the cake back. Send. Okay. Yeah, my brief word I'd like to share about that song is being, since Lalia is a word after all. Surprise, surprise. My Anglo-centric world. Other languages have words. And Lalia has become, in English, you hear that at the end of certain diagnoses. So you got echolalia, often it's pronounced that way, echolalia, glossolalia. You know, when you repeat things, echolalia, glossolalia, so you can making sounds, you know. So these are like diagnostic principles. And so it's taken this very ancient word from Greece, and it's turned it into this kind of curse, right? And no offense to anyone who has any of these diagnoses, it's just that it's a fact that it's like they're saying something wrong with you with this word. But it really meant something beautiful before. It was to converse. It was a relationship. It was speaking together in a good way. And so then it became this like, no, like you're talking fucking sex. And I'm like, well, you know, the whole work of unearthing kind of how we turn some of these things. I really do feel that these words have something more powerful than just the superficial explanation on top. They actually carry some kind of a magic, some kind of a more profound energy into what we do. And a lot of them have gotten twisted and turned over the years. And I love words. And I'm going to have to come to a different night and talk about words with people who give a shit, in case anyone is feeling a little antsy about my prattling.
I love words too, so.
Excellent. Oh, excellent. I'm feeling much relieved, much obliged. Most beautiful.
We play with words to keep ourselves sane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm imagining the people here probably like words too. Otherwise, I don't
Such
know if
a
they'd be
relief.
here.
Such a relief. Oh, good. Oh. Well, that's all she wrote, I guess.
Okay.
For me, for now.
Yeah, I just appreciate you speaking to the power that words have. And I think our words can be used to cast spells. And this next song I actually really wrote with that intention, to cast a spell with this song, and a spell for peace and for unity and freedom. And so that's what it's about. And I'm going to invite Matthew to join on this one. And Jarid, it kind of opens up at the end, and there's lots of space. So if you hear anything and you want to jump in, you're welcome to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Just gotta remember how it goes. No, I'm just not playing very loudly because I'm trying to figure out how the song goes. Don't turn me up. Not just yet. Here we go. You, with the power of life in your womb, you've picked the colors on your loom. Now have the courage, gather up your threads and start to weave. The collective unconscious is awakening, spirit is unwavering. Now is the time. Take a breath and dream the world you need. Let your conscious mind see
together our ancestry, casting spells of unity, arriving in the moment, braving fear and leaning into trust, retelling the story of separate self and other, learning to care for ourselves and Earth Mother, standing strong, voices joined in prayer and sacred song. Remembering we all belong. Letting down our walls and armor we must, dissolving the grid into liquid stardust, befriending the wild, embracing our collective inner child, living the solution through our everyday acts, reclaiming our power to transform and react. We can no longer ignore the change that we have all been yearning for. Knowing all that is in store.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
How you gonna follow that, Jared?
Very, very lightly. No, I was really stoked for this evening, and I've heard of your music before, Hanna, and I've never heard Matt's before, but I just knew, like, if I was going to play on stage with you, it was going to be a good night, and yeah, somewhat similar music styles, and I think whoever put this show together obviously knows his music, so.
You hear that?
Who's that guy?
Yeah, really enjoyed your guitar playing, Matt. It's like, never really paid attention to people who play upside down, and for people who don't like know guitars very well, you kind of like can watch a performer and you can see like what they're playing more or less. Like you can analyze what they're playing by the chords, but yeah, I can only describe it as like a spider weaving his web upside down. That's something that came to mind earlier. So.
I always like when people give me new metaphors. It's delightful. Metaphorical menagerie. Horns.
I guess this song is a little bit about freedom of the open road, but also the dangers of the road, because there's a certain speed that you can go that there's a brain occurrence that, okay, I'm taking my life into my own hands, like with this speed. So I guess it's a little bit about that, but also knowing that I have friends out there that are struggling to like question that, like taking their life into their own hands kind of thing. And I know we all know people who are out there on the streets, like, yeah, doing what they can. So, yeah, there's a lot that goes into this, I guess. It's called Questioned. Let's grab my Reese's Peanut Butter Cup tray here.
Snack break. All right.
Look in my eyes to know me, 'cause I can't describe in closing. As when the sky's unfolding, something you're being told to see, twisting around the bend again. How many of us lost their friends, here and prepared to fully send question. Maybe it's remembering them, and in the brainwaves we suspend. How many scars must we mend to rise from the ashes of disintegration? Look in my head to know me, from which the mind closing. Design unfolding, waiting on
Gorgeous. Will you come home with me? No? Too forward? Maybe.
Sure do love the way every song tonight. People waited for it to ring out.
Yeah.
That's
Never sure when they end, right?
yeah, like you never. That's the best part.
Thank you. We're
The
never sure
silence
when they
after
end.
the song. It's just so beautiful. Thank you, guys. That was great. I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. I want to thank all the people that came. Don't forget, there is a donation box. If you didn't get a chance on the way in, you can do it on the way out. Things I would like to mention before I mention these guys is the reason there's so much toilet paper over here is because we had our toilet paper drive, and we collect toilet paper to take to the Food Basket Society on the first working day of January. So their shelves are really full. They can hand out a lot more toilet paper than they normally do, so people can feel like they got their shit together going into the new year. That was the line, but in all honesty, if you think about it, it's something that needs to happen. It's the best thing you can do in January is to make sure that they've got enough toilet paper. Everyone does. So keep that in mind. If you can always drop it off out front of the Duncan Showroom in the ticket booth. Any day, I'll pick it up and make sure it gets inside. What else do I want to I want to thank Matt. I want to thank Hanna and Jarid, all three of you, for doing exactly what I thought was going to happen. It was spontaneous.
Excellent.
There was a lot of beauty in there.
Yeah.
A lot of creativity.
Thank you.
I want to say something too. This is our last show of 2024. So
yeah.
I've been here for like almost 11 years now. It's been a pleasure working with everyone here. And Long John, thank you, man, for making this happen. And we'll be back next year. New Year's Day, we got Embarrassed Spirit. I'm flying in at 1 o'clock p.m. And at 3 o'clock, we got a show. So I don't get a lot of recovery time, but that's all right. I'm going to decompress with my family and be good. So, yeah, thank you, everyone, for this last year. It was the best year yet, and next year is going to be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give you a heads up, we had Stephen Fearing coming in January 4th, and we sold that out in 48 hours. So I feel good that great music starting right at the beginning. And also, during that time period, starting on Boxing Day right through till the 30th, I will be in the showroom probably from about 4 o'clock on, making sure that I play and readdress my album collection. Try and put it in some semblance of order that people will realize it's in a sense of order and not try and take it out of that order. But also so I can hear some of the music I got. So people are invited to come down, pick a song or two out of that. We can play it up, have some fun, inhale the fresh air of our choice, and basically have a really good time. Again, thank these guys, Songwriters in the round. Thank you very much. Give them a round of applause for the people in the audience, please. Yeah, that was a fun night. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Merry Christmas, happy ho-ho.
Beautiful.
Indeed.
Yeah. Manic Christmas, everybody. Manic Christmas. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, hey, Fen, by the way. My son's still up at home. And thanks for the belt, Aya. Thanks for the belt.
Nevada sun, Valentina's on the run to spread the ashes. Maria's rosary on her dashboard. Maria was a bastard, but she promised her hand, and the promise chased her southward, for her love was all she had. Maria owed some money to some cat down in El Paso. Valentina caught the bill. Maria caught a bullet for her gambling. The 30 hills and hideaway, the dust bowl she hops, with a fire behind her eyes, a 45 in the glove box. wash my wounds clean. I'm counting on the kindness of a full-up magazine. I got a chamber full of lead in case the wolves they circle in. For I've grown too tired of covering for my ex-lover's sins. Valentina gets reminded of the places she has been. For every mile marker, there's a bruise on her brown skin. A shallow grave in Mojave awaits the man to drag her in. 'Cause Valentina's tired of running. I hear her name out on the highway. There's a showdown on the highway, a battle she can't win. Valentina's breathing steady, 'cause tonight she goes down swinging. From Monterey to Yucatan, she spreads her lover's cinders across the land. With the wolves fresh on her track, the desert sun sets at her back. She lets the top down. The breeze of the Gulf whistles through her hair. She eases her foot down on the gas. The sun is sinking through the sky in the backdrop. Echoes of the asphalt sing praises of her pain. The road signs and the cacti have held on to one sweet name. I hear her name out on the highway. Valentina.